Hi everybody, today's subject: when people lose their way in instinctive archery. Yeah, so folks, here we are. It's freezing cold out today, it's about -5. But there's a subject come up more than a few times in the last couple of weeks regarding what people are doing wrong with their instinctive archery and what they think they could be doing better. And more than one or two people who have kind of lost the fun factor because they've kind of lost their way a little bit with the whole instinctive archery thing. Now, before I go any further, I should point out I'm no expert archer. There are people out there who are far better than me. All I want to do really is give you my thoughts and perhaps some of my experiences on the subject, and if that can help at least one person out, then you know it's a job well done, and I'm happy to do the video for that. I'm going to have to keep shooting because it is absolutely bitter out. Got all the thermals on I could find. Right, so where do we start? The majority of the time when people are saying to me, oh, this is happening and that's happening, my initial thoughts are, look, take it back to basics. Don't overcomplicate things. Keep it simple. Some people can grasp onto that, so some people don't fully understand what I'm trying to put across. If you look at it at instinctive archery, we're very much down at the organic level of shooting bow and arrow. If you've got compounders and Olympic archers right up here, it's more technical, the gear is more technical and all the rest of it, and that's fine. But archery has many different divisions to it, different aspects to it. I'm sure you'll all agree. And I'm not saying that one is better than the other. Just as a bit of a disclaimer, my heart lies with instinctive archery, traditional archery and the like. So that's kind of where my point of view is coming from. But if you look at the organic side of even our archery, if you look back in history, you've got the English longbow archers, you've got the Mongolian horse archers, you've got the Red Indian archers, you know, the Native American archers and what have you, and you know, these guys, their life depended, in one way or another, their lives depended on being able to shoot a bow and arrow well, you know, whether it was hunting game or on the battlefield. Did they worry about form too much? They certainly practiced one hell of a lot, I can guarantee that. But they probably didn't get caught up in this whole subject of the perfect form as much as we do. Right, I'm gonna, like I say, I'm not perfect, and I don't want this to turn into a tutorial, but just a couple of things, and I'm ad-libbing here, so please don't crucify me. There's going to be many people out there with many different opinions, and I'm not saying anybody's wrong, this is just my take on it, okay? Just another disclaimer. When I'm shooting, I kind of have a very loose shot sequence. Something that I need to work on is tightening it up. You know, you stand, da 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 da, all right? But I don't want it blocky and unnatural. For me, instinctive archery should be a natural thing. If you do the same thing on every single shot, logic dictates the arrow is going to go in the same place. That's the be-all and end-all of it. But here's a couple of things that may well help you to get that kind of consistency. If at all possible, obviously stand perpendicular to the target. And the number one mistake that I see people making, they get this bit right, but then as soon as they go into the shot, they do this, and their body twists, their chest twists towards the target, kind of almost 45 degrees, maybe slightly less. What I've found, if you keep your chest perpendicular to the target as well, you've got a lot better chance of engaging the back muscles. And that's another key point to getting consistency, okay? So don't turn into the shot, keep the chest perpendicular to the target as well as your feet if possible. Sometimes out on the 3D course, for instance, you can't keep your feet perpendicular. You maybe have to have one way behind you because you're shooting around a tree. But your torso can stay perpendicular. Let's try a shot here. I've got my feet almost as far apart as they can go at the moment, but my upper body is perpendicular to the target. Okay, and that's how you get shot consistency. The other thing that people get hung up on is the perfect release. Yeah, it's probably the biggest one that we need to work on. But you don't hold the string. Yes, you do hold the string. That's absolute rubbish. Of course you hold the string. You don't let go of the string. You just stop holding. Letting go means doing that. Yeah, it's actually a muscular let go. But doing it properly, you just stop holding. Okay. Now, I know I'm waffling a little bit here, but again, I'm just trying to help a couple of people out. This is not scripted. I've just thrown the camera on. I'm actually out shooting at home, just doing a bit of practice myself, but I started thinking about things and you know, decided to put some stuff on film. So you release. Now, it's difficult talking and shooting and filming and everything all at the same time, but I'll try. Okay, so my chest is staying perpendicular to the target, turn my head into it, get to the anchor point. Okay, we all know that. At this point, there's really only two things that go wrong, okay? One is you hold too long at your anchor, and it's almost you almost have to do this then to release, okay? And you can bet your arrow's going to go high and wide. The other one is, as I've just mentioned, is doing a conscious release. You know, you get to here and do that, all right? If you get the back tension bang on, you will automatically get that kind of thing as you stop holding the string. Again, I'll try and show you what I mean. Now this bit here, my thumb kind of more or less ended up on my shoulder, is not a conscious act. It comes from having that back tension, okay? So if you just have a think about the things that I've gone through there, the correct stance, not turning into the target, having a consistent anchor point, not holding too long, and stop holding rather than releasing. That lot with back tension, okay? That's the basics. That's keeping it as simple as possible. If you do that on shot one, and it goes high and left, for instance, don't worry about it. Do exactly the same thing again. If you get it exactly the same, the next shot will probably go high and left as well. Do 3 or 4 arrows, 5 or 6 maybe. If you do it exactly the same, you'll have a nice little group. But the thing with instinctive archery is, your brain will sort that out for you. If you start compensating to try and get it in the middle, because your instincts are working as well as your conscious thought, you probably end up overcompensating. Okay, to emphasize that point, it could be that they then go low and right instead of high and left, if you're with me. Okay, so try not to overthink the shot as well. If they're all going high and left, don't worry about it. Retrieve your arrows, do exactly the same thing on the next set. Okay, it may well be that they're still high and left, but maybe not quite so far away from your point of focus. Okay, I hope that's gonna help some people out. I really do. This is a very quick and dirty video. There's no little effects that I normally put in. There's no shock reveals or anything like that. We're just talking the absolute basics. I stand to be crucified by people that have got different opinions, and that's fine. I'll leave you with this. If you've got something that works, even if it's contradictory to what I've just said, stick with it. Okay, the whole point of archery is you have to use what works for you. As long as you're consistent with that, you'll get consistent results. Okay, again, feel free to put your comments, negative or positive, down in the comments section on YouTube, or write in the comments if you're seeing this video on any of the social media channels. And like I say, if I can help one person out or a few people out, then I'm going to be very, very happy. Let me know either way, and subscribe to the channel. There's going to be loads coming in 2018. I'm going to get my arrows back and have a little bit more of a shoot. That's all for today, guys. Hope it's been useful. Catch you later.